In the offensive zone, Owen Mellenbacher will take this draw. Tom Sinclair swoops in to compete for it behind the USA goal, but it is taken and played onward out to Jack Devine, or toward Jack at least, before Mellenbacher intercepted it, and powering his way back into the offensive zone is Philip Treska. Picked off again by Team USA, and here's Lane Hudson, the younger of the two Hudson brothers playing in this game tonight, pitted against one another, but will be future teammates at Boston University. Treska backward to Larkin. Muskegon can move the break out to center red. Sinclair from the right wing will dive and points with 32. But this time around, Howard can't make the play, and it's ejected back into USA territory for Jack Devine to restart. This one looped around the Muskegon net. It'll settle behind the cage and now pop to the side of it for Andre Gassot. Gassot in the left circle, hounded by Mellenbacher. The puck rattled free, held by Hudson at the line, and chucked back into the near left corner, where Devine can heave it ahead and hurdle around Owen Mellenbacher, but the Wisconsin commit, Mellenbacher, able to take that one away, and now through the legs feed, Sinclair to Mellenbacher, ahead to Treska, who tips it down below the USA goal line. But there it's retrieved, and now a battle for it. Hudson is able to loft it out to center, banking it to Devine. Devine finds Jeremy Wilmer down the right. Sorry, that's Jacob Martin, number 18, not number 16. There is Jeremy Wilmer, backhanding this to the slot, but it's poked back to center by Muskegon. With 13:03 to go here in a scoreless first period, only 4 shots on goal. Muskegon and Tom Sinclair. Face-off win for Team USA. Treska to the forecheck, knocked down Murchison, frees the puck for Mellenbacher. It's rimmed back in behind the USA goal, but right there was Murchison to take possession. Penalty is coming after a big collision on the far side, and it's going to go against Tom Sinclair, it looks like, for boarding. 5-on-5. Devine at center, locates it around the red line, and will give it back into his own zone for Chesley. Williams lifts the stick of Devine, but Devine's able to force it through to Gilmartin, across to Chesley. He'll steamroll through center, held up at the blue line by Kyle Coyne, and now it's careened around the net from far right to near left side. Errant pass across the blue line, chased Chesley back to center. He's hounded by Tellier, and now a Coyne. As the scrum continues in front of the USA bench, Tellier steps ahead with it. On the wall, centers toward Hudson, but Chesley was there to break up the pass. Tellier plays the body as a four-way fray ensues. Hudson, quick shot, and Mbarico, a standing save. And no rebound. He will gobble it up. Dylan Duke on a breakaway. In all alone, the forehand shot is blocked by the left leg of Reed. Got a piece of the stick on it as well, and Nate Reed denies the Dylan Duke breakaway. Guavin loses it again. Cooley for Wilmer in the left circle. Duke comes over to join the fray, and will tap it back to Hudson up high at the line. Right wing shot. Martin denied by the blocker of Reed. Hudson to the puck. Skates beautifully, does Lane Hudson, the younger of the Hudson brothers in this game here. He's leaned on by Daniil Gushin, but he got the puck to Wilmer. Hudson still working for it in the right corner, picks it up. Hudson centers, intercepted by Tanner Kelly, and now Kelly can lead Kyle Coyne out to the red line. Muskegon in need of a change, and they'll get it as Coyne lobs it deep. 2:45 to go here in the first. Thanks to some stellar goaltending from Nate Reed and Caden Mbarico, we're still tied at 0. Brad Merrick to Hank Kempf, outletted to center, but patrolling right there is Murchison. Gagne steps up near side. Muskegon onto the forecheck now with David Heimovich, but he's met by Murchison, and that one is frisbeed all the way down the ice and will become icing against Team USA in the number 4 seed in the East. So right now, it would be the U17s who compete in the USHL postseason when Team USA does qualify. So the 17s would head to Chicago if the season ended today. But Dubuque is far from out of it. They are 9 points behind Team USA, but with 4 games in hand. So Dubuque with 4 more games than Team USA has, as this puck is played by a high stick. Chesley, who shot banks to the left point and is held again by Team USA. Chopped to the sidewall by Coyne. And now flicked ahead by Williams, looking for Pennington. who will get this one to the blue line and then tuck it behind the USA net. Muskegon can reorganize and get the proper personnel back out there with 17 and a half to go in period number 2. Both penalty kills, 2 for 2 so far. Mellenbacher weaves his way over the blue line. Tellier backdoor! Hudson scores! Coach's 93rd as Muskegon's bench boss. Right now he's tied with Todd Krieger for the most all time. One more, he'll pass Krieger and into first place by himself. Here's Tellier chasing after Gausseau in the USA zone. This pass finds Schmidt and will be rimmed around from near right to far left side. Behind the Lumberjacks net, it's Kempf defending. The pass zipped across off the near boards and is scooped up by Gausseau. Hooked back behind the net toward Devine. Further on, it'll come to Behrens outside left circle. Behrens, good skating, pivots away from Hudson to the slot. Devine's shot is broken up. I think Davis Pennington got in the way. What a setup from Behrens on the great skating. Was able to stop on a dime, free some space, but the shot from the middle blocked by Pennington. And here's Behrens again. Fit one through to Gausseau on the right side. He'll stop, top of the right circle. Crisscrossed with Behrens. A spar for it, and now back to center. Devine will restart, and it's banked forward for Behrens, who has to change now as the puck is set at the side of the Lumberjacks net by Nate Reed. To center for Gagne. Over the blue. Wanted Kelly in the slot. Kelly eventually gets there on the far right side and now tucks it behind Agushin. Up high Gagne, zipped across. The shot from the point. Coin let it fly, but it missed. And now it's Gushin. Left point. He'll curl away from one defender and now give it up. Gagne in the high slot. Good tic-tac-toe. Coin with a blast. That comes to the side of the net, and they score! I don't know, I tell you what, John, not many shots for Team USA, but they all seem like really good chances like that last one.
Yeah, obviously you see a guy like Dylan Duke stripping the puck away from a Coin. Hopefully they can bring up more of those chances, but just got to get the pucks on net and hope for the best.
Here's Nick Ports, who has the most recent Muskegon goal. Stripped by Hudson and out to center. It's fought by Wilmer. Wilmer against Ports. Ports trying to check him. The puck rattles back to Hudson, and the shot was blocked. Muskegon in shooting lanes, blocking a lot of shots in this one. Drop pass, Ports walking into the back door. Larkin was available, but the pass didn't connect. It's cut back through to Gushin. High slot, Gushin fires it. It bobbles around, nearly came to Kelly with an open net, but popped over his stick. And now Wilmer can chuck it the other way for the 18s. 9:13 to play here in the second. Muskegon leads at 2-0. Gushin nearly made it 3-0 there. A good chance for the Jacks on an odd man rush, but Iberico and the 18s keep it out. At the line, Charlie Stramel has it bobbled inside Muskegon territory. Jack Williams wins the draw to Larkin, who will lob this out to center. Bounces away from Hudson. It bounced over the stick of Behrens too, but Hudson's pass didn't make it to Tellier coming down Broadway. And Devine can counterattack for Team USA, but he ran into Larkin. Now kicked around behind the Muskegon net to the far left side where Gausseau battles against Williams. Williams pried it away from Gausseau, and it's batted across to Tellier. Laid behind the Muskegon net for Dunbar, who will head out to center. Steers away from one USA skater, then another. Fed Hudson, but Hudson is denied clean entry, and Muskegon will restart once more. 6.5 left here in the second. Larkin in front of his own net will leave it there for Williams. Look out. Gausseau forces a turnover. Gausseau back behind the net. He'll feed it out front, and Reed comes up with a huge stop. He was looking behind him. I thought it had slipped. He can come away with it. Savage will finesse this one in behind the goal as Team USA will change. 2:45 to go here in the second period. Guavin to Dunbar, to Tellier, who tips it to Williams, who flies out to center and drops it to Tellier. Tellier golfs it in deep. Behind the net, Murchison scrumming with Hudson, and Tellier joining the fight, as is Gausseau. Tellier trying to drag it away from Murchison. He'll feed it up high to the point. Guavin with a head fake, and now Dunbar will fire. That's off the blocker of Mbarico, who has now lost his stick. Back up high to Dunbar. Dunbar to Guavin. Guavin will throw it to the front. Tellier on the rebound. They score! Christoph! Team USA has gotten on the board here in the third. Ty Murchison with the wrist shot, low glove on Reed, and now a follow-up off the face-off from Howard. Is Stymie take the face-off, far right wing offensive zone. Won by Muskegon. Pennington can wrangle it away, and now Ports pass tipped. Kempf run into at the red line, so he'll heave it deep. And Mbarico behind the goal plays it. Intercepted at the point. Kempf's shot. A tumbling Mbarico came up with that save. No piece of Mbarico's skate with his skate, and Mbarico a remarkable stop. He was right at the periphery of the crease, so I'm not sure that the officials just missed it, or they ruled it to be incidental, or they ruled Mbarico to be outside of the crease. But had that one gone in, I imagine it would have been waved off for incidental contact. Turnover. Look out. 2-on-1 Team USA. Lucius shot score. Lucius called his own number on the 2 to St. Louis. Back to Behrens. Behrens hounded by David Heimovich. And he got it to Murchison. Oh, Kemp! Big hit at the blue line. He stood up Lucius, who pops right back up. He's not hurt by it, but Kemp with a big shot. That's 2 laid on by Muskegon defensemen in this one tonight. Wilmer and the U18s maintain possession, though, and they'll get this one deep. Outside the left circle, Howard chopped forward by Kelly, and it'll send Behrens back to center. He pivoted away from Ports. Gagne will rip it back for Muskegon and find Pennington, who will ferry this one out to center. Kissed off the wall, ahead toward Berg. It settles behind the USA net. Berg played the body on Behrens, but Behrens played the puck away. And it's Strachey through center, chucking this one in deep from center red. Howard near left side. Stripped by Wendt. Ahead for Merrick. Back to Wendt over the blue line. Back to Merrick down the slot. Look for Berg, but the pass led him too far. Merrick and Wendt chasing after the puck carrier behind the USA goal. Outletted to Howard. Glanced further, but Howard backtracks and gets 25 of power play time. Minute 24 of power play time. Offensive zone draw for Red Savage. He just bulldozes over Nick Ports. The puck underneath Nick, and now it's grabbed out of there by Wilmer. To Hudson, back to Wilmer. Left circle, walking in, across, and they score! Chaos net front. Reed couldn't get...
Really, really good shooters.
And you could have thrown in another really, and I'd have been fine with it. I still would have agreed with you.
Yeah, Lucius, he's eligible for this year's draft, and I'm sure Howard's going to go really, really early in the 2022 NHL draft.
Yep, he's a Minnesota Duluth commit. They're in the Frozen Four. Is Isaac Howard. Back at center, it's Wilmer. Sideways feed for Lucius, who is also committed to play in the state of Minnesota, but for the Gophers, not for the Dogs. There's Howard chipping one toward the front. Reed got a paddle on it, deflecting it into the corner with 3:40 left in regulation now. Pass into the slot intended for Howard. Instead, it finds the stick of Hudson, who just clubs this back to center. It's swatted back in over the line, though. Here's Behrens walking in left wing shot. Hank Kemp down to one knee. Great block. And now Muskegon will lug it back out to center and will loft it in deep, but turned right back the other way by Team USA on the counterattack. Low on the left side, Howard. I think he was looking for a change of direction at the front, but it did not come. Lucius in the corner, back up high. Chesley, the shot blocked. In the way is Gagne. Gagne back out to center, and he will finesse this one deep in USA territory. Will extend Dylan Wendt's point streak to 10 games. And Wendt has his 15th goal of the season. Muskegon with the score 7-4 Lumberjacks, 15 seconds to go. Want to thank my special guest, John Brown, for joining me. John, it was a great time, buddy. I enjoyed having you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Before we sign this one off, what are your final thoughts on the game in the final seconds here?
I thought it was a really good game. Unfortunately for me, it didn't come out of the way that I wanted to.